first one, I've never been. It's going to be the first time I'm going to that country. And the second one is I've already been there and I'm going to explore a bit more. So that will be an interesting video. So please hit that subscribe button and also like button and share this video. Now let's get back to the business. So this is my first time in Egypt, and I went there to experience the diet commons, and also I interact with a lot of locals, spoke to a lot of people in the hotel, outside hotel, and people who visited Cairo and Sharm el-Sheikh, and I'm here to share my experience with you guys. So you feel comfortable traveling to Egypt and have a wonderful holiday. So before we start, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and also the like button, and also share this video. It might be helpful for whoever traveling to Egypt. Let's get started. So here are the things that I'm going to cover today. So one by one we can tick it off while we complete the things that you can do and things that you can't do and things that you don't want to do in Egypt. Let's get into it. First one is visa. So I won't advise anybody to waste money on getting visa online, because it is super easy visa on arrival. Few things, if you want to watch my video, I'm going to put the link up there in this video. I'm explaining you guys how to get the visa in person in Cairo airport. So if you are a British passport holder, if you're going to Cairo, you need to get a visa. If you're going to Sharm el-Sheikh, you don't need a visa. I don't know why, maybe for security reason. But if you are just visiting Sharm el-Sheikh and coming back to UK, you don't need a visa. But if you're going to if you're going to Sharm el-Sheikh and taking the flight from Cairo to London, then you have to get a visa. If you do not buy online, it's a waste of time and the money, because it is easy access. If you go to Cairo airport, all you have to do is just $25. There's a counter there. You hand over the $25, they give you the sticker. Sticker is just a piece of paper. Again, I don't see the point of the visa system as well, because it's kind of a money-making scam again, I would say. But yeah, bottom line is, don't try to get visa online. It's a waste of time. There's an easy option. When you go to Cairo airport, you can get visa from there. So before you go to the immigration counter, make sure you have your visa in your hand, and also have the $25 exact money, because they will try not to give you the balance. So be careful with that as well. So the second one is transportation. This is very important any country that you're visiting, especially you're landing during the night time, especially in Egypt. When you are coming out, taking the baggage, when you're coming out of the airport, there are millions of people waiting outside to take your luggage and you to their taxis, and they will overcharge you big time. So my advice here is, do not take any taxis or cabs from the airport itself. They are very expensive, and they also come with the a government badge. And they also say that I'm a government official, I'm going to provide you with good services and this and that. But my advice is, do not take any cabs from the airport itself. So when you walk outside the airport, there are plenty of cab service there, and you can negotiate, bargain, and they are very cheap. I'm going to give you some options here. Basically, one thing though, it's very hard for you to get rid of those taxi drivers. They will be coming after you, they will be behind you, and so it's very difficult. So my advice, the first advice, that if they ask you, where are you going? Le Méridien. Just say that I'm staying Le Méridien. The hotel is just outside the airport, so about 5 minutes walking distance. As soon as you tell them that you are staying in Le Méridien, they will leave you alone, because it's not worth for them to take you to the hotel, because it's not going to cost a lot of money for them. So they will leave you alone. So that's a very good tip. Use that tips if you are landing in Egypt, especially in Cairo, when they're coming after you, and just say, look, I'm not going anywhere, I'm staying in La Meridian, and they will leave you alone. And second option that you have is basically you can use Uber. You have Uber service in Cairo, but not in Sharm el-Sheikh. I'm not too sure why it's not in Sharm el-Sheikh, but for Sharm el-Sheikh I will explain to you end of this video what you need to do. But in Cairo you can download Uber app, and it's very easy and very cheap. There are two services in Uber, one is luxury, one is normal, but try and use the luxury one because it's no different. It's literally about 50 cents different, 50 pence different, so it's not much of a huge difference to it. So always try to book luxury in Uber, so it's very cheap. The third one I would say is if you are going outside the airport and try to book taxis from the car park, make sure you know how much it's going to cost your ride from the airport to your hotel. Simply googling open source information, or you have Uber app, just put your destination for your ride and you will get an approximate about how much it's going to cost you for your ride. Then you can basically negotiate that with the driver. So if you don't know how much it's going to cost you for your ride, it's very hard for you to negotiate. So in this case, I know how much it's going to cost me from the airport to my hotel, so I'll be able to negotiate with the driver, and also I can check whether if he's going to overcharge me or they're definitely going to undercharge me anyway, but if they're going to overcharge me or not. So bullet points are basically make sure when they not to take the taxis from the airport, and if they approach you, just tell them you are staying in La Meridian, and also try and use the Uber. It's very cheap, and Uber luxury is much cheaper and very good. And also finally make sure you know how much it's going to cost you for your ride from the airport to the hotel. So final part of the transportation, I would like to say, if you are planning to rent a vehicle, please do not do that, because in Egypt, especially in Cairo and Giza, the roads are very bad, huge traffic all the time, very dusty, there's no signal lights, and most of all, it's very difficult for you guys to find a parking spot. So my advice is do not rent a vehicle. It's very difficult for you guys to find a parking spot or manage your driving skills, especially if you are from London or in America or in Australia. It's very difficult for you guys to maintain your driving standard in Egypt. So always try and book Uber. Uber is my highly recommended advice for your transportation in Cairo, but not in Sharm el-Sheikh. So let's say mobile data is very important to navigate in Egypt, the taxi rides, also check currency rates, also even to communicate with certain people, because in Egypt, especially in Cairo, the English is very slow. They not like Sharm el-Sheikh. Sharm el-Sheikh people speak very good English because it's kind of a tourist destination, but in Egypt their English language is very, I wouldn't say poor, but it's difficult for them to understand English. So Wi-Fi and data is very important for you in Cairo. So before you leave the airport, try and sort out your mobile data. You have the one that I used for the Orange data. It was very good. I think I spent about 1,400 Egyptian pound for about 40 GB. It's very good, and I used for entire trip. So try and get the data sorted out before you leave the airport. So the fourth one is combination of things like food, drink, and currencies. So let's come to food. The first one is the food. Don't afraid to try out the street foods. Always go around and try the street foods. They're very cheap and also very good quality and very delicious. Street food are the heart of every single country. So don't forget to try out the street foods. Water. Do not drink tap water. Tap waters are so bad in Egypt. I did get a bit of a stomachache when I tried one, just to experience it. So do not drink the tap waters from the Egypt. Always buy the water bottles from the shops, or even the hotels, they provide water bottles. Try and carry water bottles everywhere you go, because it's very, very hot, and you also have to dehydrate yourself all the time. And the final one is the currency. Make sure you change your currencies to local Egyptian pound. Currency is very important, because even though if you are paying with your dollars or a UK pound, they will pay you back with the Egyptian pound. So make sure you change the UK pounds to a local Egyptian pound and keep enough of change with you. Final and important thing, beware of the scammers. There are quite a few scammers. I experienced 2 or 3 scammers. I'm going to tell you 2 places that I've experienced those 2. First one is, if you are visiting Colonel Khalil market, look out for these people here who carries the naan bread on their head. Please do watch out for them. They will come to you, help you out, whatever that you need. Basically, find a location, find a shop, anything that you need to help with, they will try and help you out. And also they will tell you that they're going to give a naan bread to a poor person. So if you say okay, what they will do is they will give out all the naan bread that they have and ask you for more money. So be careful. I had this experience. This guy tried to show me, direct me to the mosque that I want to go to. I went to Lziyarah. So he directed me to the mosque that I wanted to go to. But I was going to give him £200 anyway, without giving me naan bread or not. I want to give him £200 because he showed me the direction to the right place. So when I hand over the £200 to him, what he did was basically naan bread and gave it to everybody on the street. I probably think that all the naan bread would probably cost about less than £200 anyway. I would have given him that £200 just like that. After giving all those naan bread to people, and he's asking me £700. He says, because of me, he gave all the naan bread to people. I said, no, I didn't ask you to give it to anybody. I said, I'm going to give you £200 anyway for free. So be careful. And I've seen he was doing it to several other people as well. In the end, I just gave him £100 because he was trying to scam me. He didn't take it. He wants £100. So I had an argument with him, and I didn't give him any money, to be honest with you. So yeah, don't be greedy. So in the end, I didn't give him any money. So I walked out, and I had a bit of a back and forth argument with him. In the end, I won because I know what I'm doing. I'm not scared of anybody. So now, if I didn't know that this scam exists, so if I knew it, I wouldn't fell for it. So for this video might help you guys. If you are visiting Colonel Khalil market, make sure if this guy is approaching you, do not entertain them, because they will try to take all the money from you. So be careful. And the second one I've experienced is in Giza, when I went to see the pyramids. And if you guys want to watch the video, here's a link. In this link you can go and watch the video. So in that Giza trip, he said he wants to give me a camel for £400 a pound.
You're saying 400?
What is that? Ridiculous.
Don't worry about it. You're not going nowhere. Money is nothing, but...
Okay, I ask him for 400 each. Okay, when I give you 400, don't worry.
No, it's fine.
Don't worry, no.
No, because it's fine. 400.
I agreed to it, and he was asking £800. I said, why £800? Because it's 2 people. So one person 400. I said, no, one camel 400. It's not you are charging for 2 people, you are charging for a ride, not for person. You didn't tell me that in the beginning. So make sure when you are in pyramid, get the right amount. Is it for per person, or per ride, or per camel, or per cart? So that's very important. So when you are in Giza, make sure you get the accurate information correctly, because they will tell you one thing and they will try to charge you more. Again, another good point that I would like to make is UK pound and Egyptian pounds are pounds. So make sure you are verifying if you want UK pound or Egyptian pound. That's very important. 400 Egyptian pound to 400 UK pound is a big difference, because if you are not fit enough to argue or challenge him, they will take money off you immediately. Third point here is make sure you ask them the right questions. Is it per person, or per ride, or per cart, or per camel? Because they might say, okay, per ride is £400, then all you have to pay is £400. You can go about 2-3 people in the cart. If you say 400 per person, it's going to cost you 1,000. If that's 3 people, it's going to cost you £1,200. So that's very expensive. So make sure you get the right amount from horse's mouth. Don't think that he's saying that per person or per cart or per camel. Make sure you ask him correctly. And also make sure you record the interaction, because they are scared of the camera. As soon as he knew that I'm a YouTuber, he tried to ignore everything. He said, oh, don't worry, I don't want your money, you can just go. Thank you very much, and this and that. But make sure you get the right information from the horse's mouth. Okay, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I believe these tips will help you out if you are navigating through Cairo. So remember to watch these videos. Also, you can even YouTube it several other videos on the platform which will help you to get some better information when you are traveling to Cairo. Not just Cairo, any countries we are visiting. Just make sure that you YouTube whatever the information that you need. Will help you to have a safe trip. So that's the end of the video. So on my next video, I'm going to give you guys some tips about Sharm el-Sheikh, the places that you can visit, and the taxi rides, and how to get taxis. Because in Sharm el-Sheikh, believe me or not, there's no Uber. So they have the private taxi, and there's taxi service available in the airport and also in the hotels. But do not take any of those from those two places. They're very expensive. I will give you guys the best options to get taxi rides in Sharm el-Sheikh on my next video. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so when I upload that video you will be notified. My next trip is gonna be end of this month. I'm going to a country. That's my first time I'm visiting that country, and after that I'm going to Sri Lanka to pick up what I left out last time. So I would like to share this video and get me up to 1,000 subscribers before I visit my next destination. So hope to see you guys on my next video. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.